Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be taking a look back at AEW Dynamite for February 19th, 2025, the followed from AEW Grand Slam Australia. AEW Dynamite begins with Maxwell Jacob Friedman MJF going face to face with Adam Hangman Page. MJF talks about the history of Adam Page versus MJF all the way back at the first ever pay-per-view, AEW Double or Nothing, when they were the final two contestants in the Double or Nothing Casino Battle Royal to see who would become the challenger for the first ever AEW champion. MJF isn't happy that he lost that match, but he discusses how he is a 6-time undefeated holder of the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and in his first match did defeat Adam Hangman Page in the contest. They then get into a heated discussion over Christopher Daniels, and Adam Page talks about how he is great for the business, and then MJF spits, yes, he spits on Adam Page, and then immediately runs away like a little coward. The security in the ring and Adam Page takes his frustrations out on security, knocking them all down. Christopher Daniels comes out and he tells Adam Page that this is the Adam Page he's wanted to see for months. Then we go to a video package highlighting the big moments from AEW Grand Slam Australia. And the first match of the evening was a trios contest as Christian Cage teamed with Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian against the Ops. Yes, the Ops. Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. What a name, the Ops. Oh yeah, let's go. This match was actually a very one-sided trios contest as the Ops pretty much controlled the whole match. And in the end, Hook chokes out Nick Wayne with the Taz Mission, or as he calls it, something else. And the next match was a one-on-one street fight with Big Willie Hobbs one-on-one with Big Bill. This was basically a 1998 hardcore match, if you know what I'm saying. They broke out all the weapons, steel chairs, kendo sticks, and even some barbed wire. The finish of the match basically sees Big Bill pushed off by Will Hobbs, a 2-story ramp, and he crashes through 2 tables wrapped with barbed wire, but the second table does not break. And there's no pinfall in the street fight. The referee actually counts 10, as it seemed like the barbed wire kept Big Bill from standing back up. So yes, the match ends on a 10 count in a street fight. Then we see the new AEW Women's Champion, the timeless Toni Storm. Toni says this tramp is the new champ. Oh yeah. She promotes that she will be in Queen of the Ring, a new movie coming out March 7th, 2025. And that was pretty much it. Just a short, quick promo. No interruption by Mariah May or anything else. And that is it all done. Then we see a video package promoting Gabe Kidd debuting this Saturday night on Collision. Then we see Willow Nightingale in the back with Renee Young when she is attacked by Marina Shafir with the briefcase and she is laid out. Then Mox comes by and says, bring the cameraman, so the camera follows Shafir and Moxley out into the arena where they are joined by Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. Moxley says if Edge shows up at Revolution, I'm gonna finish the job and end his career. Is this really the best we have in AEW? Really? Is this the main event of Revolution? Then the next thing you know, oh, comes Switchblade, Jay White, as he's walking in the ring. We see from behind, Pac shows up. Then Switchblade hits Pac with his finisher laying out, and we hear Cope's music. Cope's music. We gotta cope with Cope's music. Then Cope comes from behind, slides in the ring and attacks Moxley, and there's an all-out brawl. Then Cope slides to the outside, goes under the ring, and picks up the 2x4 that has spikes at the top of it. He gets in the ring, and the Death Riders all run through the crowd, scared to death. So pretty much the exact same thing we saw last week on Dynamite before Grand Slam, we're seeing after Grand Slam. But it looks like we will get Cope one-on-one with Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship at Revolution. Then we go to the back and we see Renee Young with the TBS champion Mercedes Moné. Renee congratulates her on being 14-0 in TBS championship matches. Then a video package shows for Moné's next challenger for the TBS championship. It's Momo. Who is looking at this and thinking Momo has a chance to take out Moné? Who is booking this stuff? Next might be the most awkward moment of the night. Megan Bayne defeated Chris Statlander with an F5. Here comes the pain. Penelope Ford jumps in the ring and starts attacking Statlander after the match. Then out of nowhere, here comes Thunder Rosa with a steel chair. She's coming out to make the save, but awkwardly, Megan Bayne does not do anything. She walks towards her, she walks around her, but nothing happens. Thunder Rosa doesn't even swing the chair. Penelope tries grabbing the chair, and they have a tug of war for a minute before Penelope lets go of the chair. Then Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford just walk off with Thunder Rosa just holding the chair awkwardly. I have no idea what this was supposed to do, but it didn't do it, that's for damn sure. Then next, comes Ricochet wearing Prince Nana's robe. Ricochet is also wearing Jim Cornette's glasses, but he doesn't get the mic skills of a Jim Cornette, does he? Ricochet says, in 2025, I will be wearing gold around my waist. Then we hear Swerve's music and we hear, whose house? Comes Swerve Strickland, but not really, cause it's Prince Nana. Nana talks about the robe, talks about the history of the robe, and how Prince Nana has been in this business for over 30 years. Nana says, please just give me the robe back, will ya? Then Ricochet says, then why don't you just take it from me? Ricochet then says, you're not getting this robe back, makes his little laugh and walks away. Not sure what the point of this segment was, kind of a waste of a segment, didn't do really anything for anyone. They could have been promoting Harley Cameron or Will Ospreay or the Hurt Syndicate, but instead they had this, and I'm just not sure why. Then it was time for the main event of the evening as Roderick Strong went one-on-one with Orange Cassidy in what they're calling a Revolution International Championship Series. So let me get this straight. Roderick Strong is going one-on-one with Orange Cassidy, and the winner gets a shot at the International Championship against Takeshita next week on Dynamite, and then the winner goes on to Revolution to go one-on-one with Kenny Omega. So what this tells me is fighting Kenny Omega is much more important than the International Championship. This was a very good wrestling match, a back and forth match, not a whole lot of flips, but a whole lot of fists, if you know what I'm saying. A bunch of wrestling maneuvers, some good spots, some near falls, but just overall a good wrestling match. But at the end of the match, it was Orange Cassidy that was successful, so next week it will be Orange Cassidy challenging Takeshita for the International Championship to see who will go on to Revolution to defend the International Championship against Kenny Omega. Then we see Tony Schiavone jumping in the ring, and he asks Orange Cassidy that if next week he wins the International Championship, he will be a 4-time champion, and will that make him the greatest international champion of all time? But before he could answer, then comes the Don Callis family, Takeshita, along with Mark Davis. Don Callis spoke, but who cares what he has to say? He's basically useless. Then Takeshita and Davis get in the ring and they attack Orange Cassidy, beating him down, but then out of nowhere, here comes to make the save, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Omega comes down and cleans house, knocking Takeshita and Davis out of the ring. Then he sees the International Championship, so he picks it up. Omega's holding the International Championship as Orange Cassidy and Takeshita both look at him, as it seems like they would be the two battling next week to see who challenges Omega for the championship, but that is not the case. Then AEW does end with Kenny Omega holding up the International Championship. And AEW Dynamite closes with Kenny Omega holding up the AEW International Championship. So AEW Dynamite, a pretty good show. Let's give it a C and see what happens next week.